My goal is to get this down to like 30 minutes. So I'm going to probably just be brief on the characters that didn't get changed much, hopefully, and then like talk about the new stuff a little bit more in detail. That's how I'm going to go about this. So Magneto, very, very strong. Is he S or A? He's either high A or low S. I think he's S tier. I think he's one of the best tanks in the game. No, I'm going to save the S tier for like the exceptional characters that are like the strongest characters in the game. And talking about one of the strongest characters in the game, Hulk's actually busted right now, guys. Like if you do not think Hulk is one of the two strongest characters in the game right now, it's honestly a skill issue. The character is insane. I have gotten away with so much stupidity on this character because the jump threshold is lower, the bubble cooldown is lower, the movement speed is crazy. Like, Hulk is actually balls to the walls, nutso in the butso, busted right now. Busted more than a nut inside your mother. I am not joking. Hulk is crazy right now. Insane. Top 2 character. I'd say number 2 character in the game right now. Thor, still very underwhelming. His team-ups got taken away from him. At least his Thor Captain America Storm one, and that was one of the better ones. I don't know. He definitely got some help with the 1 second cooldown thing that they did a couple patches ago, but it wasn't really enough. I just don't think the character does enough to really compete with the other tanks. Captain America is quite good right now, guys. I've been noticing, I'm not going to put him over Mac, that's crazy. But I think he's probably in the same tier. They're probably on different ends of the tier. Like, Cap's probably at the bottom of A tier, but he's quite good. He can stall. He can stall forever. He's so good on payload maps. And I think people are learning, like, you can just kind of not play for kills, play for map control, get on supports, turn heads, and kind of survive, and then when they disrespect you, get the kills. So I think, like, the playstyle for Cap is a little bit different than any character we've seen in a hero shooter before, and as people are learning that, the more obvious it's becoming that he's actually quite good. He's got a lot of mobility. He doesn't have the best numbers for damage, but he's got a very good ult, and it's good enough. He's quite good. Venom, also very strong right now. I think we're in a tank meta, so a lot of these tanks are going to be A or S. Definitely some that are going to be lower, but most of them are going to be quite high on the list. Venom's a very viable pick right now. Spider-Man's really strong right now, still, and the team-up's very important for Spider-Man, and Venom's numbers have gotten buffed a few times, and they didn't do anything to him last patch. So, still really good. Groot's probably the second best tank in the game. They didn't nerf him this last patch. I really, really hope that they nerf the wall health, because it's kind of crazy that the only thing that can really shred through Groot's walls is Punisher with the Rocket team up. If I need to play one specific character in order to deal with your character, not even counter your character, just deal with your character, then that's not a healthy character, right? So I really, really think they need to tune down the wall health. They could give him more walls, even just like the health. I don't want to be shooting walls all the time. They could give him more range on his walls. I liked the range increase. I thought that was a good decision, but like the health is just, it's too much, and only one character can really deal with them. So kind of in an unhealthy spot right now. And just like probably the most annoying tank right now. Why you're going to see more Groot bans than Hulk bans is because Groot is just really not fun to play against, and he's much harder to deal with if you don't have the right characters, or if you're on the wrong map, or your team just isn't coordinated enough. Emma Frost M tier for mommy. True. Oh yeah, we got to change these names. The sex, mommy's thighs, bitchin', your dad, and MCU Hulk. Penny, still ass. I think slightly better ass, but still ass. She got a big buff, and she's still not great. Worst ultimate in the game, period. You just unbind that. Yeah, just have not really noticed her being any different really than last patch. Like, I'm sure she feels better to play, but she feels exactly the same to play against, and it's real easy. Yeah, Penny's just not good. Still not good. Thing, pretty good. I'd say I put him up here with Thing, Mag, and Groot. Yo, Leafster, thank you for the 2 months. Appreciate you, my guy. Emma. I'm gonna save Emma for last. Strange is still really good. Still very viable pick. Definitely worse. Portal's still viable. You're always gonna need him for portals. And his numbers are okay. He's just not doing the same as the tanks above him. Overall in the mid fight, his ultimate, I think I overrated at the beginning in earlier tier lists. His ultimate's just so easy to avoid and so telegraphed that, yeah, he just got one of the more mediocre ultimates in the game. It does a lot when it hits, but I don't know. I feel like it needs to be a little bit more rewarding for when it hits, because it's so hard to actually land on somebody, especially at higher ranks. Emma, hot take coming in. I actually do not think Emma's that strong. I think Emma is here. I think she's good, solid pick, but like, she's not oppressive. I think people just do not know how to play against her. Her damage is a little underwhelming when she's not in her diamond form. Her diamond form is extremely strong, but it's very easy to play around. Like, as long as you're not in brawl distance with her when she has that cooldown, you're fine. And then when she uses it, you can just brawl her down. And I just don't think people are doing that enough. I don't think people are respecting her diamond form. And if you don't respect her diamond form, she's the most OP tank in the game. But really just learn how to play against this character. And she doesn't have enough range to compete with Magneto. And she doesn't brawl as well as a character like Hulk or Thing or any of the characters above her. So I don't know. She's strong. She's solid. Very viable pick. But like, I don't know. I think she's a little overrated right now. You have to land the crystals. The crystals is a lot of burst damage for sure, but it's like still kind of, even with the crystals, just a little underwhelming. I don't think she needs a buff. I think she's like perfect as she is, but like the tanks in this game are so strong right now, and she doesn't really, I think, measure up to these guys, in my opinion. You want to tie it to either a squishy or a low HP tank so that it can get that final burst. It does a lot of damage, but I'm just saying you just don't play in her range whenever she has it, and it's easy. Excited for the new Overwatch season? Yeah, we just watched the trailer this morning. Like, it was pretty good. Hawkeye's kind of good right now. Hawkeye's a very solid pick right now. Iron Fist, I think is a little strong. I think he's solid, but I also think he's a little overrated. I think I put Iron Fist here. Am I crazy? I keep seeing this guy get banned, and I just don't really think he's that good. I think he's really annoying in competent hands. He's got a lot of mobility. He's got pretty good numbers, but like, I just think there's stronger options. I just think he's really annoying, and so that's why he's getting a lot of bans. But I haven't ever really felt like, oh man, this Iron Fist is oppressive, really. He's never really the issue, at least in my games so far. I know that he can be the issue in maybe lower ranks or really competent hands, but just haven't experienced that as much against him versus other characters in the cast. Iron Man is back, baby. I actually don't think Iron Man's that strong, but he's definitely viable with the hitbox change, and he got a pretty significant damage buff on his beam a couple patches ago that I don't think was being really utilized. He doesn't even really need the Hulk team up, but it helps. Yeah, Iron Man's in a good spot right now. Storm is still stupid strong, guys. I think people just don't play Storm because she's really boring to play. But she's still really good. I would even put her as one of the stronger characters in the game. Yeah, she's nuts. Just people don't play this character because she's just really freaking boring. I've never had a good time on Storm. Gooning equals gaming. Free the Goon Lord, all of that. Yes. You know it, Kamix. Fantastic is nuts. I think what happened, I don't know what happened, but like I don't actually think he's that stronger than when he was initially released. His ultimate's definitely way better, but other than that, I can't really think of a reason why he's stronger now than when he was released. I think when he was released, people just did not understand the character. I thought he was strong on release, stronger than people thought, and I think he's kind of back to that strength level, probably a little bit stronger, and people finally know how to play him, and he is very, very good. He does so much damage. He's A tier as well. Yeah, we got a big A tier. I think this is a really healthy meta because we have a lot of characters that are going to be in the B and A tier here. And I think that's a good place. You don't want too many people who are like broken, and you don't want many characters that are ass. You want a lot of characters that are viable, but only maybe one or two is meta defining, right? Magic, very good character. I think she's doing just fine. I think I'll put her in the fist tier, top of B. I don't know if she got weaker this patch. I just think there's a lot of stuff that got stronger, and I definitely had her in A tier last season. I think she's still very good. I think I put her over Iron Fist even. Magic and competent hands can do a lot. Enough said. Moon Knight is back, baby. I feel like he's in the same place Iron Man is, where he still just doesn't do consistent enough damage to be in the A tier, but he can definitely compete. His ultimate is very good. He charges ultimate really fast. Ankh is strong, but inconsistent, because whether they destroy it or not, or whether you can set it up or not, it just depends on a number of factors. But quite good. Hela is... Am I going to put Hela in S? I think Hela's S. I played against top 500 Hela the other day, and she felt very S tier to me. Character's nuts. Character's very, very strong. I don't know. Very viable ban. Very annoying to play against. Still very good. Just so much damage. Widow, or Black Panther. Where's BP at, guys? Is BP in the trash can right now? Like, I feel like BP, I haven't seen BP do anything. I haven't seen BP on the left side of the kill feed, and like, I don't know what happened since 1.0. I feel like BP used to be very viable, and then he just like fell off the edge of the earth. I don't know why, but BP just sucks right now, guys. I have not seen a BP do anything in a long time. I couldn't tell you why. Maybe just the anti-dive stuff that's come out, like Thing. Yeah, it's Thing and Emma and stuff like that is being played a lot. Even like Fantastic is quite good against it. Stuff that can just do... We're in like a really brawly meta. Not too much characters that have to aim up here, actually, if you look. And Black Panther just... He's good against characters like Hela and Hawk, but he's not good against characters like Fantastic and Groot and Thing and Emma and Fist and stuff like that. Widow D tier because Widow sucks. I think Widow's quite good. I think she's in a good spot. I think I put her at the bottom of B. She's solid. Just a little underwhelming compared to Hela and Hawk. Like, why would you play Widow? Bucky kind of fell off a little bit, but I still think he's quite good. I still think he's really strong. Is he Hawkeye Fantastic level? I don't quite think so, but I'd put him on the same level as like Iron Fist Magic. Does that sound right? Good. His ultimate's really good with Groot, and Groot's still really strong. His synergy with Groot was keeping him up too. I feel like Groot was kind of like one of the strongest things last season, and Bucky really paired well with that. And Bucky was also stupid strong last patch, so I think they're kind of like a pair of like they just have a really good natural synergy. And so if you have a Groot, I think Bucky's still one of the better DPS to play. Namor deserves mommy thighs or the sex. I put Namor at Hawkeye's tier. Maybe a little bit better. The Gamma Squids are good. I don't think they're as good as the Luna Squids, though. Honestly, I'd have to ask a Namor main. But I don't think... I'd rather take the big damage than the slow. And, yeah, I've, as a Hulk player, have noticed Namor's squids a lot less than I did last season. I mean, when it's beaming you down, he gets like a little Iron Man that he can throw out every 15 seconds. It's absurd, but I don't know. I can LOS it. The thing about the slow squid was I was taking most of the damage from Namor, and it was slowing me, so I couldn't get to cover in time. And so I think like taking the slow away actually was a nerf. I don't think he's quite the sex. Psylocke is or we're still on Star-Lord. I keep skipping this one. I don't know why. Star-Lord still very good, very viable ban. I think he definitely is hurting a little bit because Adam kind of fell out of the meta. But you can still run triple res. I think it's still probably like B tier, still pretty good. So we'll see. We'll have to see on that one. Psylocke, nuts. I think I put her right here. Excuse me, are you cinnamon buns? You bet your sweet cheeks I am. Psylocke is the definition of mommy's thighs. I mean, other than Emma. She is just crazy. I think like Psylocke has been flying under the radar for a while. I feel like she's like that character. She's like Tracer in Overwatch metas where like Tracer didn't really synergize too well with everything else. But like she was just good enough and independent enough that if you had a good Tracer, you just stuck them on Tracer and they did whatever they wanted to because the character's just strong. And I feel like Psylocke's very much the same way. Of like I don't think she is really meta dependent because she's so independent herself and can get so much value just solo flanking. If you're good at Psylocke, she's always going to be strong. She's in a really good spot right now. Her numbers are good. Honestly deserves to get banned a lot more than she does. Punisher! Dude, Punisher's... I feel like Punisher's still bad. Still bad. Didn't he get buffed this season? He got buffed last patch. I don't know if he got buffed this patch. I don't think he did. But I don't know, man. I think Punisher's still just underwhelming. Underwhelming. Is he the same tier as Penny? I think we move Penny down here. Dude, a cinnamon roll, a Cinnabon is so good. So sticky. So it's the texture. The texture on a good cinnamon roll is so satisfying. Wanda is in a better place right now, guys. I think Wanda is still kind of bad, though. Definitely in a better place. I don't like where Wanda's at, actually, because with the Strange team up, she's quite good. It is a good team up, and I just don't want this character to be anywhere other than here. She's too easy to execute. She's frustrating in lower ranks, and I don't know. I just don't think this type of character or Penny are characters that should be strong. I like in a perfect world, right? Widow versus a character like Witch. Witch wins this duel up until about Plat. And then Widow starts hitting the headshots, and then Scarlet's useless. I think that's how that interaction should work. She really should be never able to beat a better than average skillful DPS. And I don't know. She can get a lot of value shooting tanks right now. We're also, I think, in maybe a triple quad or even 5 tank meta right now. I could definitely see us going into 4 or 5 tank meta, and then Scarlet would be much more viable, even A tier, as she can do percent health. Spider-Man, really good, real good, very viable ban. Let's reorder this a little bit. Let's put Storm here, Namor here. Do I put Star-Lord over Hawkeye? I think they're pretty close. People that have the aim to be good on Punisher are playing Bucky and Star-Lord. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I feel like it's the same thing with BP. Like, I don't know why he's not good, but like I have not seen a Punisher perform in a very long time. I have not played a game this patch where I've been like, oh man, their Punisher's the problem. You know? He just doesn't have the consistent damage that other people have, I guess, like, or the burst potential that other DPS have. I don't know. Neither of those things is true though, because he does pretty consistent DPS, and he has a lot of burst with a shotgun. It just might be that he doesn't have any other tools. He doesn't have the get out of free bubble that Namor has. He doesn't have the ultimate that wins the fight and charges every minute. He doesn't have the hook and the boop, right? Like, I think he has decent numbers now that I think about it, and he just doesn't have any of the other stuff that much better DPS have. Squirrel Girl, kind of in the same spot for me right now. I don't think Squirrel Girl's very good. I think she's quite bad. Wolverine's kind of hurt right now. His patch made him... his patch is very unintuitive to his playstyle. So the way that Wolverine works is he wants to chill, and then he wants to go in, and he wants to basically blow his full load with his damage resistance and his big kidnap, and then he wants to rage down a tank, they're dead, and then he resets. He might be able to do a little bit of something with his right click or his, charged up rage in that downtime, but he's not going to be doing too much for that downtime, and he's going to want to set up for another big kidnap. But how they changed him was he no longer gets this big spike of rage. He gets a much more consistent rage, and he wants to be like brawling more, but it doesn't really work because his damage resistance is only like 3 seconds every 12 seconds, and he just can't frontline like he wants to with this current patch. And I felt like he did much better with the big spike of rage. I've been getting kidnapped by wolves and kind of shaking it off recently a lot more easily. Johnny is good. Johnny's quite good. I think I put him here. I think we're heading into a more tank heavy meta because the tanks are so strong. And Johnny's damage is not as effective on tanks as it is on squishies. Like more so than like any of the other DPS. Like his damage falls off versus tanks a lot more. So if we are heading that way, I think Johnny just doesn't have a place where his numbers are good enough. But the meta's just not right for him right now is what it feels like. He's got really good maps. On his maps, he can be oppressive. I think when you're playing against a good Johnny on his good maps, it feels absolutely oppressive. And I think people's evaluation of him is a little inflated right now. The perceived value of Johnny is a little high. I have noticed the Storm Johnny team up being quite good. This patch, why is it better this patch? I don't know. I don't understand why it's better this patch, but it's getting more value. Maybe these characters just are getting played more. I think it's probably just because Johnny's more playable in the mid-fight, and you can actually charge it up faster. Yeah, that's got to be it. So he charges ult faster. The Storm Johnny team up happens more often, and it's harder to keep up with your support ults, if I had to guess. Invis is stupid. Stupid strong. Probably right there. One of the best supports in the game right now. Just dumb strong. The shield nerf did hurt a little bit. But like the utility that she provides, the numbers that she provides, both damage and heals. And then her own escape tool is very good. Like I think Invis just kind of has like the perfect mixture of survivability, utility, and then numbers, and she just kind of does it all right now. The boop pull feels a little bit more punishing than the freeze or sleep even of Mantis and Luna, and it's a lot easier to land, and it's on a pretty short cooldown too for what it is. So I think I would like to see them increase the cooldown of the boop and pull. As a Hulkman, I would very much like to see that. But overall, I think she's a really good, well-rounded character who's got great design, who just needs a little bit of tweaking. I think she's a little overtuned right now. Her numbers are a little too good. Her cooldowns are a little too short, you know? Luna's kind of fallen off for me, guys. She doesn't have the Namor team up anymore. I think we're just in a very different meta right now than where we were at during Season 0 and 1.0. And I think we're shifting away from Luna and Mantis. Even though I think both are very viable. Both are still kind of on the edge of strong. Just seeing a lot less Luna being played and a lot less impact from Luna. I think she pairs really well with Spider-Man or even like Storm. And so she definitely has a place with her Snowflake. Her ultimate's still 12 seconds long, and still very strong. Maybe she's just... I think maybe the ult charging slower has hurt her more than I initially thought. Yeah, I think the worst part about Luna used to be that she charged her ultimate so fast, and now she doesn't charge it as fast, and we're not getting like every 30 seconds, 12 seconds of immortality. Mantis, I think, is a tier above Luna. I think she just does better damage. Has more, less healing, but like easier healing, so she can do more. Yeah, no, I think Mantis is quite good right now. But definitely weaker than what she was last season. I had her as the best support in the game last season. I think she's fallen off quite a bit. Adam has fallen off a lot too. Like I said, I think the triple res comp is still viable because all three of these characters are on the stronger side of the hero pool. But it's just, there's much stronger options now. There's something that's so oppressive that if you're running Adam and Mantis and not running the other thing, which we haven't gotten to yet, it just doesn't compete. And I don't think triple support's really that good right now, so you can't really add it. Ultron, I mean, just the sex, right? I mean, that guy, I'm so tired of playing against this guy. I cannot believe they put this guy in the game. He's just stupid, stupid broken. He's got 0 cooldown times. His ultimate charges every 10 seconds. His healing's just insane. His damage, he can just one-shot any character. He's absolutely crazy. Same thing with Jeff. I'd put him in... Okay. Jeff, actually the most ass he's ever been. I don't know, but like, it's not a support meta right now. Jeff's the worst support. It's a shame too, because I think Jeff has one of the more interesting ults. What's up, Popcorn? How you doing? Out of the supports, like he's one of the only supports in this game that does not have a Zen Tranquility ultimate. You know, he's one of the only supports in the game without an invincibility ultimate, and yeah, I don't know. I wish this character had a little bit more utility, maybe tune down his numbers a little bit. With the team up, he can kind of dive, and I think that's kind of interesting. Like, I actually think Jeff's one of the more interesting supports right now because he just doesn't have that invincibility ult, but he needs a lot of help. This guy is running the game right now. Rocket is stupid strong. Stupid strong. Best ultimate in the game by far. I was playing 5 tanks, 1 rocket the other day. Rocket was charging ult every 40 seconds. And at any time he dropped ult, we just wiped the enemy team. The fact that this thing now survives, helps you survive and also just burst down people. You can burst through support ults. I don't know how they tune down the damage, so I'd have to see what does it still one shot through support ults with like Namor ult? Like what are the what do they call those? Thresholds? It's not thresholds. Breakpoints. I'd have to see the breakpoints on that, but you can still like punish people in their support ultimates if they step out of it for a second because you have that damage amp. It's just so good. So good. Literally a better Juno ult. Yeah, no, it's insane. And it takes too long to break. And I wish it was kind of like Bongo where you kind of had to hide it a little bit better. But I don't know if that could work in this game. He can't shield it like Orisa can. So I don't know. I think they need to take the healing away from this, or tune down the damage amp a lot. I really hope that they take. The thing that bugs me about Rocket Ult is the shield, because you can't farm ult off of enemies. Yes, yeah, that's true too, because like other support ults actually feed the enemy. So here's another reason why Rocket Ult's so strong is other support ults come at the cost of feeding the enemy ult charge. Rockets charges your own team's ultimates and then denies their ult charge. Like, it's actually insane in the ult economy. So that's a very good point, Popcorn. I forgot to mention that. Similarly, Loki is just always going to be the second best support, in my opinion, because he's always going to be able to copy the strongest support ultimate in the game. Loki Rocket is actually oppressive. I played against Loki Rocket once and was like, I never want to play this again. I've been banning Rocket almost every game. He's stupid strong. Cloak is not good. I think Cloak's really weak right now. She got some help with her ultimate. Her ultimate definitely feels way better than it did last patch. I just don't know if we're in this like high sustain healing meta right now. It's kind of like, let's do some burst damage. Let's get in there, dive, burst down a target, or brawl and burst down a target. So that's why characters like Mantis and Rocket are doing better, in my opinion. So yeah, I think that's it.